Welcome to another episode of Risk, and I cannot believe this time, but I got a full Master Plus ranked lobby, guys. This is some exciting news, and I think I go for Australia. No, Australia no win. I think the white player might go. I don't know the white player what he will go for, but I will just go for no Australia no win, guys. Let's capture territory in North America, and I guess I will fortify my armies like this. Actually, let's see what are the ranks of my opponents. The green player is General Rivers, master rank player. The black player is in 3rd position. Fremont McCoy, a master rank player as well. In 4th position we got Zapakara, top Grandmaster rank player. And in the 5th position we got Mongols, a Grandmaster rank player as well. So I've got 2 Grandmasters and 2 Masters, guys. I think it is going to be a tough battle for sure, but I will be trying my best. Should I send the alliances to everyone? Or I shouldn't do it when playing with high ranked players? Maybe let's just ally with everyone, guys. Maybe that will be my strategy. Let's see how many alliances I will actually get right. It looks like the black, the blue and the white players have accepted my alliance request, but the green player doesn't want to be my ally. So it's good to know immediately. Guys. Which players would like to be my friends and which ones might not be as much friendly. On the other hand, even if we accept or decline my alliance request, what I know is that we could be still towards me neutral. That we neither be big enemies nor be very big friends. But alliances are good to that we're able to communicate, send attack requests to attack someone or just send thumbs ups, thumbs downs and hearts. So the communication options are always good. Otherwise it could be really hard to understand what the other person wants when there's not much communication going on. Looks like the white player will contest for Africa with the blue player. Yeah, the blue player is mad. About that. And that's actually really good, but we're not too satisfied with each other, guys. The white player has attacked the territory of Australia over here, so I assume I will rather move out that army over here, so he will waste another army over here as well. I mean that he will attack one territory as well, so it will be easier for me to capture Australia, but unfortunately I didn't really get a good blitz roll on that 2 troops army. Hopefully I will have a better look now. Alright, so I've got 2 cannons, and if I get another one, then I will get an 8 troop set at 3 cards, guys. Well, it actually looks like the green player isn't going for South America, he's moving into Europe. And Europe in this game only has 3 borders. What if a European player captures Africa, then he will have those continents only on their 2 borders. Wow, guys, that's really amazing. And North America has only 2 borders too. North American player could expand to South America and hold both the Americas on their 1 border. And the Asian player could hold Australia with Asia with only 2 borders to guard to, assuming he will take over Ukraine as one of the borders. So yeah, but these are Masters and Grandmasters, guys. Probably is going to be the toughest lobby I had in a while. But we'll see, hopefully this game doesn't stalemate us. Playing with higher rank players, the games could be potentially be stalemating. So hopefully it isn't the case in this time. And yeah, the white player helps me out over here, and I think should I immediately capture Australia, guys? Let's capture 1 territory, and I didn't lose a troop, so yeah, I think I will just immediately go for it. Yeah, it will just be much better for me. So yeah, and actually I could move out my troops from South America, but maybe the black player will immediately crush them. I don't know, but we're just going to see, guys. I don't really care either way. And do I have a set? Yes, I do, guys. I have 3 cannons, which will give me 8 troops. Or I could just hoard my cards and wait for a better set. So wondering what's better. I mean, in order what I will be safe, it will be better for me to immediately trade it in. Otherwise, if let's say the green player has a set of 3 cards, then he could potentially take Australia from me. So I think better for me to play safe, I guess. Yeah, I think I will just trade in a set. But alright, the blue player is moving into Africa. So the white player will be the one without a continent, or will he eventually capture North America? Yeah, I think the toughest situation is for the white player. What if the blue player gets wiped out from outside the African area, then he will probably be just trapped in Africa. But alright, that's weird seeing the white player doing manual rolls on the green player, but maybe that strategy will work out for him in some way, I don't know. I don't know guys, but let's just trade an asset so the green player or someone else wouldn't take Australia from me. Let's help out my LA Black by moving out from South America, guys. Let's send him thumbs up. And yes, hopefully the black player appreciates that. I want to be friendly. Want to be friends with him. So yeah, but alright, let's see if we... Alright, so actually the green player makes the white player the way to move his troops out, but let's see what the white player is going to do. We are just going to see. Alright, it looks like the black player is patient. He waits for one more turn because he might just be afraid that someone will take South America from him, so I think he waits till he trades in a set. I think he's waiting to trade in a set, guys. I think this is what might be his plan over here. And the blue player has captured Africa. That's really nice done, sir. Alright, he's the second player to capture a continent, and I'm wondering who will be third. It could either be the green player or the black player. I certainly don't think it will be the white player. The white player trades on a set of 3 cards. Let's see what he's going to do. Maybe... yeah, he just sets his troops in North America, but alright, he's going after the black player in South America. Wow. Yeah, guys. Right. I'll just capture a territory over here, I guess. But that didn't went that right, so I will just do it like this. And end my turn. So far, I'm just starting in Australia, but hopefully with the time I will be able to do some of a better action. Something more interesting, but alright, white player's troops get crushed, and I think he will probably be the first player to get eliminated from the game. So maybe, unless the black player doesn't have a set, maybe he doesn't have a set at 4 cards, and if the white player wipes him out from South America, then I could potentially take him out from Asia and get his cards. So we will get to the 4 player situation. And yes, I think he doesn't have a set, yes guys. Or maybe he didn't want to trade it in, maybe he has a low... maybe he will get a low set, so maybe this is why he didn't trade it in. But maybe that won't be too much promising for him. But I mean, if a white player wipes him out from South America, then I think the blue player will just take over South America. So I wouldn't really say what will be a really smart decision for a white player. But let's see how this turns out. And alright, he's just pushing the black player away from South America, and that's it, I guess. Let's just capture a territory over here, I guess, and end my turn. The white player wants me to attack the black player. So far, I do not really want to attack anyone, but should I? I mean, I do not really want to waste troops unless I will eliminate someone for the cards. Or maybe I will be able to do something sneaky. Or in some way I will progress the game, but we'll see. As right now, it's better for me that the white and black players will destroy each other. For me, it doesn't really matter which of them survives. But alright, the blue player wants me to attack green. But alright, the white player gets crushed, guys. Yes, so that's a GG for the white player. GG, the black player takes him out for 2 cards. But could I even eliminate the black player myself? Do I have a set? Yes, I do. I think that's a GG for the black player as well. Especially when he doesn't guard against the blue player. So yeah, let's tell the blue player to attack the green player as well, since he told me. But I think right now I will attack the black player. I think the blue player told me to attack the green player last turn, right? I think he was the one, but we'll see. Or he just wants me to attack the green player, but he will not attack him himself. I don't know, but either way my plan will be to eliminate the black player. The black player from the game. Alright, I don't appreciate him moving his 7 troops over here, as I want to be accessible towards the black player. And let's just take the black player out, guys. We will just settle this situation up like this. The black player will get eliminated from the game. As I do not really want to stalemate the game, I would like to get to the 3-player situation as soon as possible. So yeah, that's a GG. That's a GG, and the question is whether I should whether I should stay in South America or whether I should go to Australia back. Here's the biggest question, guys. And I think maybe I will just be in South America. Yeah, I will just leave Australia for whoever wants to take it from me, since I do not really want to become blocked. But let's see, I think the green player might take it from me. But no, he just captured one troop territory and that's it. I think in South America it's a much more promising position, as I eventually could expand into North America. But alright, looks like the green player is showing a strong alliance to the blue player by not guarding against him at all. So yeah, guys. Alright, the blue player takes Australia from me and that's completely fine, I guess. Let's actually take over North America and just let's see what happens, guys. Let's see if I am even able to hold it. I mean, both of them could really easily invade me if they wanted, but we are going to see if they will. Well, I mean, the green player could invade me easily. I'm not so sure about the blue player. If he go through there, then he will have to waste even 22 troops on my army, which wouldn't be too much ideal at all, I guess. The green player decides to stay passive when it comes to me holding both the Americas, but let's see what the blue player does. After all, I and the blue players are allies. So yeah, guys. The blue player just captures one troop territory. Alright, I'll just strengthen. Well, actually, let's trade an asset. I will just strengthen this army over here, and I want to have some more troops on the North American army as well. So if other players want to invade me, then we will have to waste a lot of troops, meaning that if they don't really want to waste a lot of troops, then we probably won't invade me. This is what my thought process is, guys. This is what are my thoughts on that. So like, we could have really easily invaded me in the last turn if we wanted, but right now we will have to waste some more troops, which could potentially lead of them running the balance of the game, but who knows, guys. What I see right now is what just the green player is showing a strong alliance to the blue player when it comes to guarding the European continent against him. But yeah, guys, not sure how this game is going to proceed, but we're going to see. Let's capture our territory over here and strengthen my Alaskan army in North America. The green player strengthen his biggest army. I think he probably wants to keep the access towards North America, attacking through Asia. I think maybe this is why he won't capture the territory of Afghanistan, as I mean, then it would immediately make his biggest army on Ukraine blocked, so that's understandable. That's really understandable, guys. But alright, looks like the blue player has just attacked 2 territories of mine, so I think he appreciates the green player's alliance more. I mean, we'll not necessarily be allies, but from what it looks like, what the blue and green players like each over me, then they love me, guys. So we're going to see how the game goes. So yeah. One of them could offer me to team up on another one, or we could both team up on me, in order that the game will be progressed. But in public lobbies, the players don't really know much about these teaming up strategies. Most of their knowledge are relying on the turtling strategies, so I don't really think if that will be that possible. I mean, not possible, but likable. Maybe they wouldn't even understand what I want to do. Maybe they will just think that I want to attack one of them for no reason, so yeah. So far I'm getting the biggest number of troops, so I think I will just keep being the strongest player. Keep getting the biggest amount of troops. But alright, I like the green player strengthening his Western European army over here. So maybe the alliance between both of them is not as strong as I thought at first. We're going to see, guys. But maybe the green player just wants to keep equal amount of troops on North African army over here. But yeah, the blue player could potentially decide to invade me, or he won't. I don't really like him strengthening that army much. I would rather prefer that he will strongly guard this army once I am, so as those troops are just obviously blocked. Alright, so I traded an asset. Let's strengthen this army and let's just capture our territory over here. Actually, I think I'd rather defend this border more, since the blue player has a really strong army over here, next to me. But the green player's army is obviously unleashed towards my way in North America as well. So yeah. We'll see how this game is going to go, guys. But even though I hold both of the Americas, the blue player is still as strong as me, guys. He's still as strong as me, and the green player is in a troops disadvantage from what it looks like. He is the weakest player right now. And the blue player captured 2 territories of the green player, but maybe he done that so that army will be more accessible. So that the green player's army will be more accessible towards invading me into North America. I think this is what the blue player would like to achieve. This is what he would like the green player to do. But let's see how about the green player. What the green player is going to do over here. He just gently strengthens that army, but strongly strengthens that army over here. So yes. The blue player gets 10 troops per turn. And let's see if he's going to do something fancy, something interesting. So far, after the white and black players been eliminated, nobody has been really doing any fancy stuff. So yeah. Let's actually attack a territory over here, I guess. And let's use 45 with troops over here. But yeah, the green player's army looks threatening, guys. It looks threatening for sure. Hopefully he doesn't decide to eventually crush it into me. Thought on the other hand, that will ruin the balance of the game, and the game will be given away to the blue player. So I don't really think he will do that, but maybe he will. But alright, I think the green player was a master rank player, yes, and the blue player was a grandmaster rank player, and yes, I'm right. So it's more likely for the green player to do something that wouldn't be really smart. On the other hand, I don't know what kind of games the blue player mostly plays. Maybe he got his rank by playing 1v1, so I have to potentially take that into account as well. Right, let's add this number of troops over here, and yeah, let's just capture our territory. Let's just see how this game goes, guys. Yeah, the green player continues strengthening his biggest army, which I do not really like too much. I wish that he will just put a ton of troops on his Western European army, so the blue player might be really bothered by that. But alright, it looks like he trapped 7 troops of a blue player in Japan. So that's really weird to see. But this is something that I really like. What I know is that I do not have as many troops as the other 2 players combined, so I cannot really win this game easily somehow. I would like to make that the green and blue players will start wasting their troops on each other, but that might be really tough to achieve. So, but alright, hopefully the blue player doesn't disconnect and leaves the game, or hopefully he isn't using the disconnect comeback strategy, guys. But come on, man, come on, dude, what have you just done? Well, hopefully he comes back to the game next turn, but yeah. What I have to do is to protect my army over here, and I will just fortify my army over here. I mean, I do not want to attack a territory over here, so the green player's army will be accessible for me. But the green player's army will be accessible next to me, so then he will get the attacker's advantage on my Kamchatkan army. But alright, looks like the blue player is online again. So maybe he just did the sneaky turn for a turn, or maybe he generally had some internet connection issues. Who knows, guys, who knows. But yeah, let's just capture a territory over here. I mean, the green player realizes that the blue player came back to the game, right? Right, guys, I mean, he isn't going to crush that army. His biggest army to me. We're going to see. We're just going to see, guys. But yeah, it looks like it's a Mexican standoff. Or how do you call the situation, man? I think this is the right term, but if I am wrong, then let me know. And just let me know, guys. Let's take a territory over here, and I lost even 4 troops when attacking 1 troop territory, so I should really use the slider over here. I should really use the slider trick over here when attacking with territories. Or maybe just add separate armies. to attack with territories made of ones. Yeah, guys. Kind of a bummer, the green player didn't accept my alliance request, so we cannot really communicate to tell each other something, to coordinate some attacks, but on the other hand, the blue player had alliance with me before he disconnected, and we haven't been really communicated with him anyway. So maybe it doesn't really matter at this point, I don't know. I mean, the chat is very limited, so it's really hard to say something really specifically what you would like to do. Let's strengthen this army and trade in a set over here, guys. 120 troops, and I will show you the slider trick over here, and bam. Alright, I've just only lost one troop over here. Alright, the green player strengthened his biggest army. Let's see what he's going to do over here. Alright, he just blocked his army, he just blocked. Finally, he gave up of intending to be threatening. I mean, he probably wants to show what he's more of a passive player, so he will do something or no. But alright, the blue player crushes my army. The blue player strikes it first. Wow, guys. The blue player finally does something. But yeah. Probably nothing much he can achieve, or could he? Or could he, guys? Let's actually attack a territory over here and fortify my troops back right here. Or I mean, the green player might want to attack me as well, but no, he unleashes the blue player's army. He unleashes the blue player's army. Actually, I'm not really sure what I would like to do. I think I do not really want to attack the blue player too much, as otherwise the game could be potentially given away to the green player. So yeah, guys, I think I will just trade in a set over here and we'll just take South America. We'll just take over South America and that's it, without really doing anything more. And I think the green player will take over Africa. I think yes, he will, or no. Yes, he is capturing Africa, guys. He is capturing Africa, and we're just going to see how the situation looks after this turn. Is he going to fortify just that 30 troops army next to me while leaving his biggest army on Ukraine? And yes, he does, guys. Yes, he does. Hopefully the blue player stays passive, so then we will be able to team up on him. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's just take a territory over here and fortify my army right here. But I would still like to put a decent amount of troops over here. And yeah, guys, look at those numbers. Couldn't be even more perfect. But I'm not sure what are the plans of a green player. Maybe he will eventually consider to betray me. I think he eventually might did the same like the blue player did, but we're going to see. Or on the other hand, we could just team up on the blue player to start crushing some troops into him. But I mean, I do not really want to make my border on the Brazil territory too weak, as otherwise if the green player expanded, then he could take over those continents with only still 2 borders to guard, so that isn't too much promising for me. I will just capture 1 troop territory over here and let's see what happens next. We'll see if the green player shows something to do about the blue player, or whether he will intend to strengthen his army in North Africa. Yeah, he strengthened his army in North Africa. And I mean, if we had an alliance with each other, then I could tell him to attack the blue player, but I mean, we are not allies, so I cannot even really say anything to him. Let's just capture our territory and fortify those troops right here, I guess. Let's see what the green player is going to do. I mean, he could start crushing some troops into the blue player and then I will do the same, but I'm not sure if he is going to do that. Or maybe I should do that first and let's see if the green player follows. Maybe let's actually do it. I mean, if the blue player suicides on me, then he will suicide anyway. But if I do not anything, then the game will just be stalemating for ages until someone eventually quits. So I will just crush some troops into the blue player and we'll see what the green player is going to do. Let's crush some troops into the blue player and let's just end my turn over here. Let's see if the green player follows. Or better, what he's going to do. Or is he just going to crush my army on Brazil? Let's see if he follows. If he doesn't follow, then I think I will just crush his North African army. Yeah, I think I will just crush his army, man, if he doesn't team up on the blue player with me. Or maybe the blue player suicides on me now. No, he stays calm. Well, I will give it another turn for the green player to do so. Let's see if he crushes his 15 troops army on the blue player or if he doesn't. Or maybe he attacks me right now. Let's see guys. And if he doesn't crush it right now, then I'm just invading him. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't want to team up, then I think I just have to equalize him. Then I just have to equalize our troops and make us closer towards the blue player. Let's actually send the alliance request to the blue player. And let's actually play like this. Let's tell him to attack the green player. Let's actually play like this, guys. Well, and I will just fortify my army over here, I guess, to see what happens. And yeah, we're right now much more closer towards each other. The green and the blue players are much more closer towards each other with troop-wise. But let's see, maybe the green player decides to suicide on me, but maybe he will just take over both of the Americas. Let's see, but I mean, if he doesn't want to team up with me on blue, then maybe the blue player will want to team up on him with me. We are going to see. Or maybe the green player is a temperate person and maybe will just immediately suicide on me. We are going to see, but maybe he will just take over South America. Let's hope. Let's see, but yeah, here will be a Master Plus ranked lobby game, guys. Alright, it looks like the green player isn't short-tempered person, but let's see what is going to happen next. Let's see if the blue player crushes some troops, but no, he doesn't crush any troops yet. Well, what should I do in this case? Maybe I will try to recapture North America and then invade him into South America too and unleash the blue player's army and fortify my army over here. We're just going to see what happens, guys. I mean, I'm not going to suicide on the green player or something like that. I just wanted to go back into South America, so as it's easier continent to hold. So for example, if the blue player has Australia, then it will be much easier for us to team up on the green player. But alright, the green player wants to get back to this situation again, but I mean, he wasn't crushing any troops onto the blue player, so I'm not sure if that will be really much of a point to let him just hold, but let's see what happens again. Let's see, guys. Right, he accepted my alliance request, so let's send him thumbs up. Attack the blue player. Alright, the blue player wants me to attack green. Well, you haven't showed me any initiative, you just continued turtling blue. So what do you want me to attack green now? Alright, I just kept the same number of troops right here, so to show the green player some loyalty. On the other hand, he could immediately break for me. Let's see what is going to happen, whether he's going to crush some troops into the blue player. Or he just wants to turtle again, I mean, he just wants to turtle again. I mean, how we are supposed to close this game if you don't want to team up with me on the blue player? Or something like that. Or maybe you just want to have some more troops to build up, but I mean, we're really strong when in comparison with the blue player, so I'm not really sure what your plan is, right? Not yet really sure. I will just capture a territory over here and one even strengthen my outer border against. I'll actually send those 3 troops over here. And that's it. But maybe he would like to cut block the blue player, maybe that's his intention. I mean, I could potentially intend to cut block the blue player next turn. Or alright, let's see if he crashes, but alright, he just unleashes, he doesn't crush. He doesn't crush that army into a blue player, so yeah, the game isn't going to progress unless a blue player decides to suicide on one of us, I guess. But that way the game will just be given to the third player. And it wouldn't be that much at the end, so let's see if we are going to have any good game. I mean, I already showed the green player what to do, how to crush some troops into the blue player, but the green player didn't follow. So like, I cannot just do the dirty work every time by myself. And the blue player might just get very mad while on me, while not so much on the green player, so the green player have to make that mutually beneficial for both of us. The blue player wants me to attack the green player again, but I mean, if he wants me to do that, to change my mind, then he better crush some troops into the green player first by himself, so I will know what he really wants to team up on the green player, but not that he will just be continued turtling when I will be crushing some troops into the green player. After, like, I will just invade the green player from North Africa into Europe. So tell him, it's alright, I sit to attack the green player, let's see if he attacks. If he attacks the green player first by himself, as then I could do something, but if he just captures one troop territories, then that doesn't really count. I mean, I can capture one troop territory and that's it. And that will be it. But let's see if the green player is going to do something more fancy, some more significant. But I think no, he won't. But maybe he will intend to card block the blue player. We are going to see, guys. We're going to see, but alright, the blue player doesn't want to get trapped from what it looks like. I will just capture our territory over here. And yeah, guys. We are going to see how this game will continue to go. Whether the green player will finally crush some troops into the blue players. I mean, I already did. I already showed him what I could do that if he wants. So yeah. But I mean, even if a blue player becomes trapped, I mean, it doesn't really achieve anything. I mean, he won't be gaining cards, but I mean, that still won't be enough for the game to change in a significant way. So yeah, I mean, I already showed how to team up to the green player, and the blue player should understand really that too, since I used that strategy on him. So if he wants me to attack the green player, then he should really show the initiative to do that the same. He should show me initiative to do that first. I mean, so yeah, if any of his players want me to crush some troops into another, then we have to show an initiative first. I mean, I already showed them how to do that, so. Or I mean, maybe they still don't understand that, or maybe just still stubborn to not do it. I don't know. Maybe they just think that's a dumb strategy and that's it. Maybe they just think that the game will be solved by just us turtling. Maybe that's how the game will go. But I mean, if we all turtle, then the game will be decided by the disconnections. Well, maybe I will show another time for the green player to attack the blue player, but if he doesn't follow, then I'm not really sure what I should supposed to do. But the blue player is taking his time, and maybe he will just even leave the game. Or I mean, maybe he will just won't do anything for one turn, and will quickly come back to the game in the next turn. I think maybe this is what his strategy. Maybe he just wants to pretend that he potentially quit the game, but maybe it's not his choice. Maybe it's not his intent. Who knows, guys? But yeah, it looks like he's quitting the game. I mean, why are you quitting the game? Why you haven't even really done anything? Like, you could have intended to crush some troops into the green player rather than quitting like that. But let's see. Alright, it looks like he's still offline. Let's maybe wait for a bit more. Let's actually invade us. The green player isn't really doing much anything. Let's fortify my troops over here. Let's see what he's going to do. Alright, he will go. Alright, he isn't going through the blue player side. Well, if the blue player quit the game at the best decision for me will be to try eliminating the green player. But maybe the blue player is just using this comeback disconnection strategy. And should I pull the trigger, guys? Should I do that? It says the blue player is still disconnected. And yes. So, well, maybe let's fortify this army over here. As I don't know, I feel the blue player is just going to come back to the game again. I don't know, but I mean, even if I crushed, maybe. Well, I think this game is lost either way, whatever I do. I think the green player can crush my army right now, but I think in that case, the blue bot will just win the game. And yeah, it looks like the blue player came back to the game again. And yeah, hopefully the green player realizes that. But let's see. I think the game will be just given away to the blue player. But alright, let's send him. Oops, the blue player come back to the game. Let's just hope that he runs out of time. But he's going towards my army. Come on, don't do it. Alright, the blue player came back to the game. Let's tell him to attack the blue player. As the blue player is really annoying with his disconnections comeback strategies. He's really annoying for sure, guys. Let's crush one of his armies over here, and I will just take over those continents. I let the green player hold South America, and yeah, guys. And we got back to that situation again, I guess. So we just switch vice versa situation. The green player has both of the Americas, while I Africa plus Europe. Let's send him thumbs up and let's tell him to attack the blue player, as the blue player is getting really annoying with his disconnection strategies. Or maybe if a blue player disconnects, maybe I should just take him out. As I mean, he doesn't really want to play properly if he disconnects another time like that, I think. Let's tell the green player to attack blue, and let's show him another time. Let's attack blue and see green. You see me crushing that army into the blue player, so please do the same, so the game could be progressed. In some way rather than all of us just startling. Come on, attack blue, you too. Attack some troops. I do not say to crush that army as a whole, but just crush some troops into him. Yes, thumbs up and a heart to him. Thumbs up and a heart to the green player. I think finally he understood that, but we are going to see, guys. And come on, don't you do the same with blue player. I mean, it's just really annoying if you're going to pretend to be disconnected again. But maybe that will work on the green player. Yeah, the blue player is just using the same strategy. Let's just tell the green player to attack blue. I mean, it's just really annoying. Why he even came to the game to play if he refuses to play that game? If he wants to pretend to be disconnected and win the game in this way by not even playing. Let's tell the green player to do the same, but I mean, maybe he will suicide into me right now, who knows? I mean, yeah, just how to win the game when one of the players don't really even want to play. Yeah, the blue player came back to the game. Yeah, and the blue player came back to the game, and I think the green player didn't notice that, or did he? But I mean, that isn't going to achieve anything for the green player. I don't really understand why he did that. So I mean, it's really hard to play when both your opponents are not smart enough to understand how to progress the game. I mean, the blue player wants to just win by turtling and not doing any attacks without teaming up, and the green player just thinks that he will win by expanding over me, over starting to get more troops. But yeah, it looks like the blue player is refusing to play again, so I think maybe this is where I should really conclude the game, guys. I think you understand what I'm talking about. I mean, the blue player hopes that I and the green player over-destroy each other, but that isn't really going to happen, and the green player thinks that he could unbalance the game by what both of us will let him hold over both the Americas, that he will become the strongest player in this game. But that isn't going to happen. So yeah, maybe I should really conclude the game, as I mean, the blue player is using the same strategy once again. But I mean, I unleashed him the army so he can invade the green player right now if he wants. I mean, that's just hard to play with this type of players who doesn't understand about mutually beneficial alliances. We either want to win by purely turtling or only by expanding themselves without letting their ally to expand. Without letting their ally to have a lot of troops. And come on, the blue player, don't you skip the entire turn once again. And yeah, he's just offline. Yeah, that's great. Well, yeah. Well, I won't see anything. Yeah. Alright, he just gave away the game to the... If he wants the green player to win that, then let it be. That's a GG. Let's have fun doing this, guys. I haven't really done that, but so that will be really fun to do that for this time. But let me know, maybe Let me know what do you want me to do. Maybe if the games go like that, then maybe I shouldn't upload those games at all. Maybe I should just show another game, guys. I don't know. But maybe this game was interesting for you. So yeah, maybe this game is interesting for you, but who knows, guys. So let me know if you would like to see more games like that, or do you think that the games which end up like that wouldn't be worth your time. So let me know in the comment section down below. GG. Yes, I mean the blue player just kept disconnecting, but maybe he had channel connection issues, but I mean it doesn't really look like, as he just wasted his whole 60 seconds without doing anything and just coming back next turn. I don't know. It could be either way, but let's say a GG. The green player wins the game.